Welcome to Extra Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
This is the lower production channel. We don't wait for trucks or anything.
And today on Extra Throttle House, we have the Lamborghini Aventador Ultimae.
Now, what? No, there's no A in the end of it.
There have been 8 iterations of the Aventador since its launch.
No, seriously.
And the Ultimae marks the 9th. And then the Roadster of the Ultimae is the 10th. So we actually now have 10 Aventadors since its launch.
That's a lot of Aventadors.
This one
has 769 horsepower.
Yeah, very powerful. The most powerful Aventador ever.
Yep.
If you don't count some of the other cars like the Tan.
You hear what you just said out loud? You're like, it's the most powerful Aventador ever if you don't count
things
like the McLaren P1. You said a different car.
Technically a different car.
It was a different car.
But isn't the Countach an Aventador?
No,
really.
I don't think so. I think it's a Sean.
It's pretty Aventador-y though.
It is, but it's a hybrid.
Anyway.
This might be, and I believe is, the last naturally aspirated V12 Lamborghini of all time.
Yes. And you're paying a price for that because this...
Moment of silence?
I don't think this car likes silence, really.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
It's a moment of noise. It is $558,000 US as spec'd, which is the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And as we know, manufacturer's suggested prices are rubbish. So
we're not listening to anyone.
Yeah, SVJs are over $1 million already.
Yeah.
And this is the heart of an SVJ with the toned downness of an Aventador S.
Right. So yeah, it's kind of a weird mix of things. And it's a little bit heavier than the SVJ, right?
But yes, but it's lighter than the Aventador S, so it has the same power to weight ratio as the SVJ.
Right. So the SVJ is a much crazier looking vehicle than this.
Yeah.
It's got the wing, the front is a little bit busier.
This looks like a Civic now.
Yeah, absolutely.
This color, this color is an Al Pacino color, $17,000 US. It is grigio.
Has there ever been a Lamborghini color that's not $70,000 US?
All the ad personams.
But what do the colors look like if they're not ad personam colors? That's what I want to know. What are they?
Cardboard.
Cardboard gray. No, this is gray. It is $17,000.
It's matte gray. It's matte gray. It looks really good.
I love it. You could see the engine. I mean, and the carbon fiber bracing, the X brace.
You mean the fact that the X brace isn't centered over the engine?
Okay, I wasn't going to point that out.
Well, they could have fixed it by now. This is number 9. Number 9.
Anyway, the reason we wanted to drive this today is...
Well, you're probably wondering why it's not on the main channel.
I was getting to that, but you went right ahead. Go ahead, off you go.
Slow Canadian. It's
off you go.
maple syrup.
Fast talking Brit. Explain it.
It's so similar to the SVJ.
Yeah.
And we kind of wanted to take this moment to not create a whole new film on the main channel about a car that's basically the SVJ, but rather get into the meta of it. Just enjoy it again. Remind ourselves a couple of years later if the Aventador is quite possibly the last real production supercar.
Oh damn, that's usually where we would pause and then there'd be voiceover would come in. What, do we just drive it now?
Yeah, just get in.
Okay.
Oh, you driving?
Yeah.
Giving up with rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah. I just keep winning, so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so, there's a single clutch doing its thing.
That it feels old now. That felt old a few years ago.
Yeah, it feels old, but it also it fits the nature of this car in that everything but flat out driving is uncomfortable and annoying.
Yeah, this is not a daily driver.
No, and see, you know what? I want to turn the fan down right now, and I just don't know how to do it. Now you just adjust the temperature, see?
That's the way of doing it. It's an auto.
No, well, no. Oh, no, there's a single clutch kicking us away. There we go.
See,
it's like fan. I figured it out. But here's what happens. If you got Apple CarPlay on, which rarely works, by the way, if you touch any of these knobs, it boots you out of Apple CarPlay, and I can't ever figure out how to get back into Apple CarPlay.
This is an old system.
Very old.
Look, this isn't a daily driver. The cabin is incredible though. The cabin is not aged. This feels like a crazy modern supercar.
It's incredibly well made.
You've got the patterns going on here, the stitching, the carbon fiber around the cluster, even the gauge cluster. That's peak gauge cluster.
It is absolutely, and it changes in the different modes. Right, we're in Corsa right now. Also, definitely really good visibility. Really good visibility. Yeah, I was really impressed.
It's the Starship Enterprise. It's a spaceship.
Yeah. What we mean by that is that it's easily the worst visibility in any production car, I think.
Yeah, the STO is a bit better, but the STO, this actually has better rear visibility than the STO.
Yeah, amazingly. Okay.
It's quite quick, this
No, you don't say.
most powerful Aventador ever.
Oh my god. You okay?
I'm ready.
Oh god.
So, classic Aventador stuff. This is all-wheel drive. It has
Yeah.
rear-wheel steer.
It's so friggin' quick. It's so quick. I will say though that I remember the SVJ being a little bit more insane on noise and
I
acceleration.
think maybe that's kind of, yeah, maybe.
Like it was a little bit more insane. Like here, hold on. We're gonna do a naughty thing.
That's scary. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. That's the same as the SVJ. I think I believe.
Oh,
I believe I
my
said it's
God.
just stupid. That
It's
was
just
and it's
stupid.
still in modern day, just as stupid.
Nothing touches that. Nothing touches that.
No.
Oh my
No.
god. And that is why the single clutch makes sense in this car.
For the-
Right there.
Those shifts are nuts.
Those shifts are
Yeah, you do that in the
friggin' nuts.
STO or any Huracan with the dual clutch, and it's much
Like,
smoother.
Each shift feels like you're reloading a howitzer. Like, it's just the coolest thing ever.
Yes.
I love it. Oh, but I also
it reminded me
hate
of my
it.
howitzer days.
I also simultaneously hate this car because it's so crap to live with.
No, you have to be in the mood for it. This is just like rage heavy metal,
Yeah.
and if you're not in the mood for heavy metal, which you're not always,
It doesn't always work.
no, this can't be your only car.
Oh, it's so sharp too. Like, sometimes those gear changes are slower than if I had a manual.
Yes.
It's
And they're
really fun.
violent.
They're so violent.
Oh, it's getting sweaty.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the other Aventador thing. The vents are 18 feet away from you.
However,
So you know the fan on full, you just cook.
they're quite far away. It's not that harsh in here, like, and it's quite. The seats aren't punishing.
No,
I don't think
well,
they are.
my head is constantly hitting things though.
Yeah, so we're not that tall.
No, we barely fit in this car.
And so Harrison, our sound engineer, as a 6'6" man, comically can't fit in here.
It's really funny.
So so not much has changed since the SVJ.
No, not much, or since the original Aventador. I just think that this is going to easily go down in history as one of the most insane supercars.
Yeah,
Right?
and that's not even from a performance perspective. Like the 720S, the 765 LT from McLaren, when you get in those, they feel lighter.
warp speed,
Yeah,
right?
they're crazy fast. But there's theatre to this.
That nothing else has anymore. Oh.
There's Lamborghini only theatre. We recently reviewed the F8 Ferrari, and we said that car dances. These cars sing. I can't get over the values of these. Like the SVJ's already past $1 million.
I know.
We got.
What? Oh, I'm red in the face. It's also probably a sunburn, but
I'm glad that these are reasonably soft.
yeah, because your head hits them.
Yeah, yeah. If these were
On the shifts, I mean,
Yes.
not on the G-forces.
Yeah,
Like, you
shifts.
just-
We have the red start-stop button here that opens up like a fighter pilot.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
only the Huracan and the Urus and the Aventador and now the Lotus Emira get.
Yeah, that's true. Why does the Lotus Emira get that?
I don't know.
What is going on
What
there?
is such a weird
Yeah,
decision?
leave it to Lambo to do like missile launch buttons, okay? Yeah. Now this is the steering is actually very good. The chassis is very good. Right? The damping is brilliant. It's not actually that harsh.
No.
What makes it harsh of an experience is like how cramped you feel. Like you can't see stoplights. You genuinely can't see them.
I do like how throughout the range though it does intensify. So like if the Audi R8 is the babiest version of this,
Yeah.
it also has that rake, and then there's the Huracan which gets more raked, and then there's this, and it's such an intense experience.
It really is.
It's a wide car though.
It's why, you know what we were just driving on this road in? an S2000. And this does not feel at home on this road at all.
No.
I feel like I really have to slow and pay attention in corners.
It belongs on a different planet. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for Earth.
Like, are these like tight bits here? I'm worried I'm gonna scrape the splitter. This is still the most insane car on sale, I think. Right? Is it? Is there anything else other than like, you know, maybe like a Pagani or something, but like in the world of not multi-million dollar cars?
No, the Aventador is
nothing is this crazy.
Yes, there's, as I said, better performance, more clinical things, but as far as just nuttiness,
Lambo still has everyone beat. I mean, here's the thing, and we were talking about, we didn't make a video on this, a full video, because, you know, this is a very similar experience to the SVJ.
yeah.
And the other thing that's great is that it's not like the next coming Lambos that are hybrid are turbocharged and muted. They still scream.
They still, the Countach and the Cyan.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, you know what? Give me some EV stuff to fill in the gaps between the shifts, right? Give me a little.
Just clean it up a bit.
Yeah, just clean it up a
It
bit.
feels like a bit of, like, you know, sauce around the mouth at the end of a meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fix that.
Just give me a little bit of that.
Well, since we drove the SVJ, we've driven the Evo Spider, or we've driven the STO a lot, and I still find I think that the STO has really done a good job capturing Lambo magic.
And still be a really good car.
And still be a really good car. It's not necessarily livable. I have my problems with the seats and the but it's.
And this isn't not a really good car. It's just that the STO balances, like, hey, maybe you want to drive it.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Also, but who's the person that goes, I do want the SVJ powertrain, but I need it to be a little bit more toned down.
Yeah, I know.
Because otherwise, like, this isn't toned down.
No, it's not toned down at all. From the outside it is. But I mean, okay, so my conclusion of the video then, personally, I think I'd have an SVJ. Because do you remember when we were filming the SVJ video, a little behind the scenes for you, and there was this moment where we got out of the car and we looked at it, and it was like kind of half parked across the road.
I'll never forget it all my life.
And we looked at it and we're just like, is that what we were just driving?
I was saying, is that what we were driving?
Like, is that thing? It's a spaceship.
This doesn't evoke that.
No, it doesn't. Well, it's still crazy looking, but it's not.
The SVJ and the STO are peak versions, and I don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you want a toned down monster, it's like what's a monster? What's a scary monster?
The Frankenstein monster.
It's like Frankenstein, but with a nice haircut. It's still Frankenstein.
Yeah. Fun fact for everyone, that's not right, because Frankenstein is not the monster.
No, Frankenstein's monster is the monster.
Frankenstein's monster is the monster.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go, history lesson. Anyway, this went just about as well as I thought it was going to, which was I'm now overheated, even though the air conditioning is on.
I'm sweaty from gripping everything.
Yeah, my back is a little sore because this is kind of a broken road, even though the suspension's good and we said that.
Driving this feels like you've just woken up from a nightmare.
Oh, good line.